The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, good afternoon, hello. My name is Ondřej Strup and I am very glad that I can introduce you to the presentation and panel of our colleague Collins. This event is a presentation about the activities which have a Facility Management Consultation Council, and this is in the name of a celebration of Facility Management Days, which is just today. Your presentation and everything will be recorded on the website, so later anyone should be able to see it. First of all, I want to introduce you our consultation council. Our consultation has a vision and mission which brings all facility management consultants to a group of the top of facility management global market. Facility manager consultants are people who are able to help you with the best organization of facility in your company. The Facility Management Consultation Council is ready to help you in the activities which is calling us the expert, when you can ask anyone who is in our group with your questions, and we can find a consultant for you on the local level. We can find a local speaker for your local conferences or seminars, and we can help you with education. We must thanks to our sponsors, because our sponsors help us a lot of, and only thanks to them sponsors we can do the events like this one. Thanks them. As I mentioned, we have today the celebration of World FM Day. World FM Day is a celebration of all facility managers. Today motto is enabling positive experiences, and I hope that also in this event will follow this. I would like to introduce you the group of people who help with the preparing of this event. This event is more than 30 sessions which are doing in 3 days. It started yesterday and it will be finished the next day. This is a virtual conference. It is a group of more than 30 webinars, events, and we are very, very happy that FM Consultant Council can give this little part of activity of our Facility Management Day. Here you can see all the people who are presenters in this event. And it will be our pleasure if you will join any other event which will follow this one. If I will introduce me only shortly, I am a FM consultant and FM tutor. I am from Czech Republic, from Europe. I have 2 companies, Consulting Czech Republic and Facility Management Institute. The first one is a consultation, the second one is a education company, and also I am a secretary of FMCC. I'm a member of the European Advisory Board. I founded IFMA Czech Republic, and 2 times in my life I was a president of IFMA. I was also a past vice chair of EuroFM, it is European Facility Management Association. But now to our presenter. Collins Osayamwen is enthusiastically and passionately committed to advising the performance of an organization's 2 most valuable assets, the workforce and the workplace. by providing solutions that increase individual competency, business sustainability, and organizational productivity. He has accumulated more than 20 years extensive experience in strategic facility planning, facility management optimization strategy, infrastructure development consultancy, and FM outsourcing, policy design and implementation of solutions that help clients improve and optimize their FM real estate processes. The presently serves as a member of the Board of Trustees of the Capital Assembly in 2013. In 2030, he was appointed as a Director, International Facility Management Association Board of Directories. He is FMCC Global Liaison for Africa. I hope that Collins is now on the line. Collins, can you join us? I try to switch on the microphone. Collins, can you switch on your microphone, Collins? Yes.
All right.
Excellent. Hello, okay. On the line, Collins. Please, you decide to organize a panel. Panel where should be 3 other presenters. I have on the screen now, but I don't see them on the environment. What's the situation? What can you tell us about your facility management in your country? Can you introduce a little to others the African facility management and Nigerian facility management? Please, it's your time.
All right. First of all, I want to say big congratulations to every facility manager across the world, making sure that facility perform the desired objective that it's been designed to fulfill, helping businesses achieve their core objectives. And we are always in the front line, making sure that everybody do what they're supposed to do properly and achieve quality results. So once again, I say congratulations to every facility manager across the world. And here today we have a panel of discussants that are in the facility management profession in Nigeria. So we'll be sharing our perspectives on FM in Africa. And to my left, we have Lolo from the Petroleum
Petroleum Technology Development Fund.
Okay, thank you. And we have Mr. Paul.
Paul Erugami.
Okay, and
Mayowa Ani.
Okay, so these are our panel of discussants today. And Andrea, thank you very much for helping to moderate this session. We deeply appreciate the work you do for facility management and the FMCC and of course the International Facility Management Association. Facility management in Africa, it's growing by the day. It's still nascent in its formation. We are evolving and emerging into a very formidable force. We have been able to articulate our steps, our baby steps though, but we are sure we are moving somewhere. When some of us started facility management, when we say we are FMs, some people think we own a radio station, we work in an FM radio station. But today, the case is not the same. We now have people who are involved with education, organizations actually creating FM departments within their operations, and government is beginning to think about having facility management in the core of its activities. So far, so good. We have evolved, or we are still evolving, and I believe that there is so much potential in this industry in Nigeria, especially. Now, we started the profession a couple of years ago. Like I said, not many people knew about what facility management is, but today we are beginning to see some very great strides in terms of advancing the visibility of the facility management profession. We are not there yet, but certainly we are not where we were a couple of years ago. So I would want to get one of the panel members to add to what I've just said.
Okay, Paul Erubami here. I think our market is still developing, like Colin said, and specialist services is still a bit rare. I think commoditization is a major issue we are facing right now. There seems to be lack of understanding of the contributions of consultants in terms of strategic long-term focus, in development and in the built environment here. So when you talk facility management, I think the best of understanding is physical boots on the ground service delivery. So they ask you, what's this money going to be spent for? Is it going to fix the HVAC? Is it going to fix the energy problems? Is it going to, those are the kind of things that all commoditized right now. So I think the idea of consultants helping people to look at the long-term life cycle view, total cost of ownership concepts, sustainability and the likes, it's a little bit removed at this point. And I think we as consultants have a responsibility to educate other stakeholders to understand the long-term value. And it probably will need to start from being able to model historical costs, historical impacts, risks, and things that model the impact or results of decisions taken in the past that were not well thought through or didn't come through experts and consultants in the situations they find themselves in various facilities right now.
Okay, so I don't know if Lolo has one or two things to add to what we've said so far.
Okay, from my perspective and observation, I would say we have our strength more in the operational aspect of facility management, unlike the strategic arm, where we're lacking greatly. As we as an organization, most of the times the administration still is a strong body that takes over the immediate directly with management, unlike most other developed organizations, which we are working tirelessly to educate the environment on the importance of having them as the strategic arm because of their importance both in the foundational aspect of every development to avoid the long-term crisis which we end up managing.
Okay. So, Maya, do you have one of the things to say to wrap up this part?
Yes, as a service provider, what we've realized is Nigeria is still at the stage where people are just starting to appreciate the value of facility management as a service. We've always been more maintenance, not service-based, and also more procure, utilize, and replace instead of extending life cycles and thereabouts. So we're just starting to get to the point where people are understanding how to optimize life cycles of assets and subsequently be ready to pay better value for quality service.
All right, back to you, Andrea.
Yes, I switched off my microphone. I'm here. Can I join your discussion here from Europe? Maybe we have a little view which is different, but not so much. What is your opinion about? Is the facility management more about the saving, or it is more about productivity?
Yes, the bottom line is about what can you do to help me save my costs? What will you do to reduce costs? And anything that presents itself in spending more than normal is frowned at vehemently, especially when, like we've established, that the value proposition facility management, the need to embrace facility management has not been properly understood and embraced by decision makers. They are driven basically by cost reduction. Even if you are going to be giving me the best of services, but at what cost is it going to be delivered? So most of the time, you see people only if you get a bid, what they're looking at is the lowest cost, not lowest responsive bid per se, but the lowest cost is often selected, not because he can deliver quality service or added value, but because he's able to demonstrate that he will be able to give you the service at a reduced cost. And most of the time, we discover that when that is done, they end up having very poor quality service and having to pay much more than they would have if they had gone for quality service in the first place. We oftentimes try to educate the people, for instance, using life cycle cost techniques to select the choice of materials to be installed in facility. They look at the initial cost alone, forgetting about the need to maintain and eventually replace at some point. They are more interested in the initial cost, and that's where we are right now.
Okay. Yeah, please continue. Please continue.
Okay. In addition to that, I think because of this issue of commoditization of services, it's a bit difficult quantifying to the clients, to people who call for these services, productivity improvements from these initiatives. So what they see basically is tangible outcome. Okay. So if you install an equipment, if you use a particular system of operations, it gives me this kind of cost saving, which is quantifiable. It's seen. It gives me this kind of output in terms of number of users, capacity, coverage areas. So that's what they see. What you can get right now. So being able to quantify productivity improvements on its own is a challenge, and I think that's partly something the consultants need to sort out, because if you say spend a little more for more or better productivity, you should be able to put some metrics that the clients will understand. That's part of the problem. And then for the clients to be able to have long-term focus instead of short-term. Everybody are looking at this year's budget, what we're going to spend on the operations and activities for this year, as if the world is going to end at the end of this budget cycle, not minding the impact of today's decision on tomorrow's outcome. So I think that's a challenge, and so we have to find a way to communicate, more system thinking, more long-term focus, more productivity analysis, and be able to quantify the impacts on productivity if we are listened to in the long run.
Yeah, I should tell you what is the root of my question or topic. The problem of facility managers, I think worldwide, it is not only in our countries, is how the facility management presented to the board of company, to the client. And most of them are presenting, we are savers. We are people who are able to save you some costs. We are very good cost cutters. But can you imagine any general director or CEO of company that he will ask you to come to the meeting of the next future of the company when you are a cost cutter? So the question of future is, the point of view of future is that facility managers much more present, that they are coming to the company to help them to increase the profit. Of course, they are saving. Everybody is saving. But we are looking for solutions, for activities, for a process which will help to the owner, to the client, to be more profitable. And we must be each week on the CAO door and say, we are here to help you with another possibility, how we can make a more profitability. Your employees will not lose so many times. They will not wait too long for a dinner. They will not wait too long for this. The post will be much easier. And so this is a problem of future, that we as a facility managers must concentrate much more to the self-presentation of our profession. What is your opinion about this?
Sure. I think, for one, that data, baseline productivity data, might be a challenge for many organizations. If you want to project all of these advantages, all of these improvements into the future, you probably want to start from the point of being able to show the current state with measurable metrics. So when you are listened to as a consultant, you're able to communicate improvements in each of these productivity areas because you are able to establish what the baseline is. And then you are able to say, this is the gap, okay, understand the strategic direction of the organization and say, this is where they want to get to. Based on these baseline metrics, this is what we can do to take it from this level to the next. Okay, I see a lot of organizations in Africa without real productivity baseline data, and that becomes a challenge. So you probably want to start from there, work with them through the whole process of, condition assessment, employee productivity issues to come up with baseline data, and then begin to use that as because you can't tell somebody he has a problem if he doesn't even realize he has a problem. You want to improve something, he doesn't even know he has a problem.
Yeah, in addition to what Paul just said, I believe that one of the biggest challenges we have in Africa right now, especially in Nigeria, is a lack of awareness of the existence of the facility management profession. Not even talk about consultants in the industry. So many organizations don't even know that facility management consultancy organization exists within their countries, and because of that, they treat support functions as an afterthought. Nobody has a strategic objective to fulfill their operations. They handle their operations, especially as it has to do with facility management, in an ad hoc manner. No predetermined roadmap on how to develop processes that can be measurable and improved upon. And most times they just see a company, for instance, engage or outsource some of their non-core business functions without knowing why those functions were outsourced. They just follow suit without having service level agreements or key performance indicators that can be measured. They just throw all of those processes in the air and do whatever they think is okay to them. And most times they end up creating more confusion than they were before the process began.
Okay, I think that you are, of course, correct. My point of view is that we are more technicians. We are more real estate specialists and technician specialists, and facility management, mainly in the first industry revolution, will be more and more about empathy, about people. We must still stay as an absolutely top profession in the technology and the building, in the background of the buildings. I think that it is something what we can call it must be, no discussion. But more and more will be important that the employees in the companies will understand that somebody care about them, They feel that they are in a very good nest where everything is ready for them and they can concentrate to their job. And I think that this part of facility management will very quickly increase in the new 4.0 industry time. So this is my opinion, and my question is how your countries in Africa is ready for this stage.
Yeah, I believe that we are still trying to understand the concept of facility management as a profession. And with advocacy currently going on and education, because one of the things that we are doing vigorously with the help of the International Facility Management Association is education and training. And right now, the workforce is beginning to understand that it's no longer business as usual, because whether they like it or not, their companies are beginning to demand from them things that was not demanded because of the advent or evolution of technology, and things are evolving by the day. So we are preparing the workforce through proper education and trying to reach decision makers, because I strongly believe that one of the things that will help advance the future of facility management is when key decision makers in this country and across Africa realizes the place of facility management within their organization, and begin to think strategically on how to get the facility manager to the C-suite and be able to help structure their organization in such a way that they are prepared for the modern challenges. Until that is done, we'll continue to grapple, because no matter how much the people at the operational level understands facility management, until decision makers see it as a business enabler, there is no way it can be given its rightful place within the organization. And until they accept it, whatever they get from the operational guys is only like an order taker. We want this, go get this done as it occurs, and no planning process in place. At the end of the day, we are not going to really pinpoint and say we are really moving forward with the whole concept of facility management. So one of the things we are doing here in Nigeria is trying to educate decision makers on the need to embrace the concept of facility management and have it as a strategic plan within their operation to be able to actualize their dream. We want them to focus on their core business and hand over the support functions to people who understand how to get it done, and not just treat it as afterthought.
To also buttress that, basically we're trying to evolve from where facility management right now is considered as a cost center, yes, to where it becomes more of a value add. Most organizations have a massive asset base, and for most of them, the assets are not their core business functions. And we happen to be in an interesting point economic in the nation where it's enabling the value of facility management, to come out stronger. Unlike before, where there was so much liquidity and cash flow, and it was easier to keep spending and spending.
Yeah. So do you have anything to add? All right. Okay, back to you, Andre.
Yeah, I am here. I don't want to disturb you. I wanted you will tell everything what you have on your heart. You are correct, absolutely, because I'm sure that one of the most challenging for facility managers is educate client, because only intelligent client will help the increase facility management. If we have a client who don't know what he wants, then it's no possibility to make any facility management. And it is also one of our tasks to educate clients, as Collins presented, that you are trying to explain to decision makers that you are there for help them, that we are not only operating stuff. The operating stuff is very important. There is no discussion. But I think that the more important is a tactical level of the management, and of course the strategic that is at top. It is the crown of all this organization of facility management. But we have to educate a lot of tactical managers. It is site managers, the managers who are very close to the client, and of course there is one who is a strategic. Yeah, is it correct?
Yes, yes, I agree with you. Absolutely.
Okay, my question is, do you have? I will check another. No, there is no other slide. Do you have any other idea what you want to share with the listener about maybe what you done in your country, which is nice, and what can be present to all other listeners? What is excellent in Nigeria, or maybe what is the problem in Nigeria? Here is a place to tell it.
Okay, I will want to hand over to Jagun. Stephen Jagun just joined us in the panel, so he will want to take this question.
Good morning to you. It's a wonderful experience indeed. One of the things we're trying to do locally, which over the years has been yielding fruit, is like what Collins and Paul have been saying, trying to advocate for people to know the essence of FM, trying to also bring the stakeholders together, particularly the practitioners. Some of them are practicing without full knowledge of FM. I mean, because in Nigeria, people are used to the British system of property management. FM is wider and more encompassing, and like we know, it involves several other professionals. So one of the efforts being done locally also is to galvanize this so that they can be properly channeled to achieve results, which is one of the things we're trying to even do locally in Nigeria today. We're trying to seize this opportunity of the World FM Day to bring together all professionals to be on the same stage so that efforts can yield results. Nigeria is a very huge and large market, and also seen as a light in Africa, virtually the largest black population in the world. So it must be on the forefront of making this work. Because like you said, by the time we make the users or the facilities to be at peace, they will be able to focus on the areas of their core competence and also be very productive. So the onus lies on us as facility managers to make this. I want to contribute that to our own economy and also to humanity at large. If Nigeria works, definitely it's going to have ripple effect on Africa and the world in general. All the efforts you see of economies going down and things like that, if things work around to generate activity, there are other areas of potentials that are yet to be tapped, which is one of the things we are doing. That's why at every given opportunity, we try to attend as many world conferences and events as possible so that we can benchmark too with the world. And that's the effort we are putting together. So even today, like I said, in the next 1 hour or two, we're going to start a program which is meant to bring together practitioners, whatever their background, so that we can galvanize our efforts together and also redirect their energy and efforts to achieve the desired result. So those are some of the things we're trying to do so that we can know that we are making a positive and wonderful impact on the environment, so that people can know that FM indeed is an economy driver because it affects every sector of the economy, and it will add value. I think Paul has something to say.
Yeah, for the first time in Nigeria, we have been able to bring together all the critical stakeholders to form the FM initiative, the Nigeria FM initiative. The goal is to form a national association. We want to have a body that is going to be like an advocacy force, that's going to be a pressure group, that's going to be a member-centric organization to network, to help us grow and deepen all of these values and principles we'll be talking about here around the table. Because in the past, we've been speaking from different parts of the country, from different associations and different connections, but now we're coming together to form the Nigeria Facility Management Association. It's about the best thing that's happening to us right now in the last 15, 20 years of being facility managers in Nigeria, because for the first time we'll be able to articulate all of the values that FM provides to organizations and to the government and the public sector, be able to train and network and share best practices with our own members, and distill all of the things we've gotten from professional associations like IFMA and the rest across the globe, using our own experiences in Nigeria, creating our own best practices, not necessarily best practices that we're bringing in from all over the world with our connections internationally.
Yeah, just to add to that, we in Abuja is hosting the entire country. Every player in the FM industry has come to celebrate the World FM Day here with us in Abuja. And I guess this is awesome, this is wonderful, this is good news for the facility management profession in Nigeria and of course the whole of Africa. And I want to quickly add also that this initiative has not in any way affected or negatively impacted the existence of the International Facility Management Association chapters in Nigeria and any other organization. All we are looking at is to have a group that can represent us at national level when government wants to hear about facility management as a country. They will want to hear from those who have a homegrown association. So that is why we are so excited about this. Now we can have a voice among professional bodies within Nigeria. And I believe that this is even added value to IFMA and any other professional association that is operating in Nigeria. And to add to the issues or how we have tried to improve our awareness in Nigeria is trying to create an enabling environment for upcoming local service providers to be able to play at the industry with some level of standards. And one of the things we've really been looking forward to is collaboration with foreign or international service providers, the Johnson Controls of this world, the ISS of this world, and MCO and the rest. I believe that they have grown their organization in such a way that they maintain very high standards. Rather than allow our local companies to just grapple in the dark until they get it right, we can borrow from what they've done so far so that the market can evolve faster. What am I trying to say? You don't have to come with all your operational machinery to be able to get some of your activities or your presence felt in Nigeria. These days we talk about global outsourcing. You have companies that service international organizations with offices across the world. Rather than have companies that are servicing these companies elsewhere, when it comes to Nigeria, we already have companies that are doing similar activities here. Why not share some of your processes with them and share how you get things done better so that they can present or service those companies that we have here. And by so doing, you reduce your cost of operation because you don't need to have an office anymore. You don't need to have equipment, personnel. You don't need to, because you have a company that you are partnering with, collaborating with, to be able to understand and imbibe your way of doing things, and they will be able to represent you very well. One thing that is going for Nigeria and of course Africa, we have a population of between 18 to 35, 40 years. Of about 60% of our population is within that bracket. I will tell you something. Nigerians are very intelligent, industrious, and innovative people. If we can share best practices with them and help develop processes, we will grow the market faster and we will achieve better performance. It becomes a win-win situation. You are happy back home because you are servicing your clients, and those local companies are happy because they have businesses that they are doing. I think that's one thing we should begin to think about and see how we can grow that further.
Thank you very much, because you offered to all other facility managers global who will listen this our record, that there is a market who is open for cooperation, who can offer the very technical, educated power, which can help on the place, who know the local environment, which is very important, because a brother can understand the environment better than the local specialist. And for me, it's very, very important to hear that you want to cooperate on the level of not only technical but also on all other facility supporting services, that you're ready to educate also your staff that the facility management is a little moving from the absolutely purely technical subject to the subject of services, and services is something what is future. The producing will move from the big companies, big factories, big plants, to the local 3D printers, for example. To the energy will move from big power stations to local sources. And more people will be ready to start service, to do the service. And facility management, I will have a presentation tomorrow. I'm thinking that I'm seeing that starting the global the gold time of facility management, because the people who will be fired from the producing will go to the facility management, to the service, and you are ready for this as you present it now. And this is for me a very, very good information. And anyway, I want to please give our regards and our big support to the people on your event when you today will celebrate the Facility Management Day. we are very glad that you have this team, that you are so close and that you are cooperating in the country, and they are starting cooperation outside to the global. And I think that Facility Management Consultation Council and IFMA itself will help in this very much. So if you will, if there is a last minute, if you want to tell something to the people who are maybe in the board of IFMA or in the other organization inside the IFMA, what Nigerian facility management should ask for this association?
What should they ask for?
This is a question, I know, but the best way how to tell it is, yes, we are here, we want to do, and we are here in this association, we are our partner in association, we are a member of association, but please, association, we will be much more productive if we will find this and this and this in association. So now is the time to tell it.
This is Stephen Jago speaking. One of the things, I mean, we would really like is to grant necessary support. If it's possible, I mean, let some of these corporations set up their offices in Nigeria, and in collaboration with some of the members who are on ground, so that I know some of them have their doubts, and they have some negative information, but naturally want to assure you that members who are on ground can give the environmental support that is needed. Secondly, there's need to look at industry in Nigeria, and not, it should be in the mind of board members, how well can we help and assist these people, particularly now that the economy, I mean, well, was in a recession, but coming out gradually. I mean, so most of the things, foreign exchange is not available, so costs are rising. Some of the costs of running some of these courses and trainings are high. Membership dues are not within the reach of most members. So what can we do to further encourage them, so that, I mean, so that they can be on the table? What can we do to give them a relief at this season, so that they can continue to be members of this association? I know that if you check your records, many will not have paid their annual dues in the last 1 or 2 years. So what can we do to probably give them relief, and also look at areas where support can be granted? And if it's possible, I mean, we are celebrating the World FM Day today. I mean, board members could actually put in their diary to visit us next year, so that, I mean, it's going to make a good boost even to the local practitioners to say, oh, well, these people they have the backing of their colleagues around the world. We are not just celebrating the World FM on our own. We have people who outside the country, outside the continent, who are also interested in our growth, and they want to see us emerge as a great market. And they're not looking at themselves, but they are looking at how to help us to grow the market. It will go a long way to also boost the morale of the practitioners on ground, to realize that they are not running this race alone. So board members could look at that. I mean, planning ahead. I mean, this year is already late. Today is the World FM Day. Can plan ahead next year. 1, 2, 3, 4 people coming around to grace occasion, and then we have a long time to plan. And then it's going to grant a lot of support for the homegrown initiative, and then move us and give us great mileage, even with the government, knowing that, see, these people, they want to benchmark with the world best practices, and they are having their colleagues around the world with us here.
Yeah, that is awesome. And also, one of the things that I've been pushing for is World Workplace Africa. That should happen very quickly. We have World Workplace Asia, we have World Workplace Canada, we have World Workplace Europe, we have World Workplace Middle East. But right now, we are growing in strength. I believe the market is ripe for a World Workplace Africa. And I've been talking with Sherry White, and she's been doing some things about it, but I want them to and see how we can organize a world workplace Africa in the very near future. That is the message I have for the board of directors and the IFMA wonderful staff that is making us shine. They're doing an exceptional job. I want to use this opportunity of the World FM Day to truly celebrate every IFMA staff and board members who are working tirelessly behind the scene to make sure they give us a wonderful show every time we need their services.
Dear colleagues, thank you very much. It was for me a very powerful hour to speak with you, to discuss about the Nigerian African facility management. I can tell that it is still not very open word for me as a European, and mainly from East European, because I am not a typical West European country. And so maybe in some topics we are very close to you and we understand you very, very clearly. I am very glad that you told what you told on the end, because this is recorded, and I hope that I will ask my colleagues who are closer to the board of IFMA, mainly these advisory groups which are now established, to hear what you told, because I understand you absolutely clearly that workplace Africa must be. This is no discussion. We organized Workplace Europe in 2003 in Prague, and I know that it's a lot of work. You must bring a lot of enthusiasm to this, but finally it is excellent to have these people in your country, and I hope that you will organize as soon as possible the workplace in Nigeria that will bring the world facility managers to your country, that you will, your specialists and experts will have an opportunity to visit it and hear the presentation for other brothers, specialists, and I'm sure that that will enrich your country facility management. But another way, be sure your facility management should a lot of enrich the global facility management. I'm sure of this because I hear you today and I hear what you told today, and I am sure that you are on the very good level and you are very far in your development, and I'm sure that you will help a lot of to others if they will need. Thank you again for participating in this session. Thank you to the panelists, first of all to Collins Osayamwen and the panelists. Sorry, you have so complicated pronouncing names that I will not repeat it. Don't destroy your names. So thank you all for this. And on the end of this session, I want to invite the listeners for the next sessions. It will be in 1 hour. We'll start the session which will be led by Peter Ankerstein, the member of the board of IFMA. It will be a topic creating best-in-class workplace experiences by leveraging services and technology. Only for information, now is more than 40 or maybe 50 applicants for this presentation. Then we will try to repeat what we done just now, because in 3 hours we will start the Ask the Expert consultant chat about my countries. We call it Central and East European countries, together with the Western European countries, and we will discuss the same, how far we are in our countries in facility management. So in this panel I will lead it together with Markus Grohl, and the next will be the panel which will be from USA, A Brave New World, The Changing Face of FM, which will be presented by Richard Farnelly. I will try to ask you or offer you the possibility to applicate the application which is for your mobile phone, for your tablets, which can help you. This is our FMCC app application, so please don't hesitate to download it. I want also invite experts to our top group of FM experts, FM consultants. We call it FMCC Stack. It is Stack is a group of the I think brains of facility management, and it will be very happy if anyone from you will join us and be active in this stack. We also want to introduce you to the other communities and councils, because it is not only our Facility Management Consultation Council, but there is a lot of other councils and communities, and you can be active in a lot of different industries and in the different objects. So thank you for joining us. If this we have no answers and questions because it was a panel, so thank you very much that you join us, and please be in touch with us. Goodbye, have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.